So I asked AI how was the planets formed. AI said the planets were formed based on a phenomenon. So if you look at a phenomenon, say for example a star has is basically a nuclear reactor at its simplest form. So it fuses together elements, and hydrogen and helium is fused together to create photons, which is our light. But once a star starts to burn up over a billion of years, all of the lighter elements, it'll start to produce the heavy elements. For example, iron. Once it starts to fuse with iron, iron will absorb that energy and the star will go supernova and it'll explode. And that iron gets scattered into space. So that's where our iron comes from. You ask a person where does iron come from, they'll say from the ground, which is true, but it does not originate from the ground. So that's a phenomenon. You could say that's a phenomenon. So if the planets were formed and was a phenomenon, basically using that example, then how do you explain comets, asteroids, and meteors? If it was a phenomenon, we would not have comets, asteroids, and meteors. The phenomenon would have used up all the matter. So you have to look at matter itself. After the Big Bang, you had dark matter, you had antimatter, and they cancel each other out, and that's how we get matter. So if it was a phenomenon would have used up all of that material or that matter, comets, asteroids, and meteors. So I believe the only reason why comets, asteroids, and meteors exist, when we talk about an artist that goes to the canvas and you see his creation, his masterpiece, well, that's what the universe is full of, creation and masterpiece, where every star, every planet, and every solar system in the universe. Now, if it was a phenomenon, if you look at every star, its size and its mass, and every planet and its size and its mass, and the distance from that star and the gravitational pull, what phenomenon could actually say that you're going to be this size and you're going to be this distance? That's intelligence. That's a higher intelligence. So that's above and beyond a human ability. That's God's ability, and that's God's work. And the Fermi paradox, the question to the Fermi paradox, or the Fermi paradox question, that's the answer to it. When you look in the sky at night and you look through space, that's what you see, God's work. So when people stare into space, they feel like there's something out there. And if we're all interconnected, that's what you feel. You feel your creator, his presence in space. So that's why we have comets, asteroids, and meteors. So you have the universe, you have a canvas, a blank slate, and those comets, asteroids, and meteors just proves that until the master artist comes to the canvas and says, I command you to be, it will just be there for dormant for billions and billions of years. Now, when I used to hear in the Bible about let there be light, I thought when I heard that it was our sun being created and let there be light. But let there be light is basically the universe. When God said let there be light, he lit up the universe. Then, I was thinking, well, why didn't he just create a big sun, one big sun to light up the universe? Well, we wouldn't be able to gauge the universe. And then our universe would be a big hell. And then we wouldn't be able to see all of his wonderful creation and masterpieces.